Hello, I'm Jerry Fort. Welcome to Jungle Jerry's Treehouse. Oklahoma octopus. I live in Oklahoma. Never heard of such a thing. This story here is in the United States of Cryptids, a tour of American myths and monsters by J.W. Ocker. Let's look this up. Page 145. I've probably been in maybe 2 lakes in Oklahoma. Maybe. Never come across one of these Oklahoma octopuses before. But somebody has, evidently. Let's see who has. Oklahoma octopus, new squid on the block. Type is aquatic. Location northeast Oklahoma. Earliest sighting early 2000s. Size 20 feet long. 20 feet long? I guess from the bulbous part of the head to the end of the longest tentacle, I guess. Oh, did Oklahoma zag while everyone else zigged with their aquatic cryptids? The people of Oklahoma didn't jump on the plesiosaur bandwagon, didn't get entangled with anything humpy or serpentine. Instead, they asked, what's the coolest thing in the ocean? We want that for our lake monster. And that, of course, is the octopus. Octopuses are such bizarre creatures that some have suggested that the seeds of their evolution were deposited on Earth via meteorites from outer space. You have to be a pretty cool animal to get that kind of backstory. Plus, Oklahoma octopus illiterates, which is extremely important in marketing cryptids. Freshwater octopuses in general are considered cryptids since all known octopus species are saltwater denizens. Every once in a while, someone will find a small octopus while fishing in a stream or lake. But these situations are often pranks or involve naively released pets or fishing bait. However they get there, these freshwater octopuses quickly die. But not the Oklahoma octopus, or as I and nobody else like to call it, Ock. Ock is a reddish brown with leathery skin. Is reddish brown with leathery skin and is about 20 feet long. By comparison, the largest non-cryptid octopus in the world is the giant Pacific octopus, which averages 16 feet and maxes out 110 pounds. In parentheses, although according to National Geographic, a record-breaking specimen reached a whopping 30 feet long and 600 pounds. Wow. The main evidence of the existence of Ock isn't old newspaper accounts of sightings or Native American stories of magical beasts. In fact, the freshwater octopus has never been seen by anyone who survived the encounter, at least, but it has been blamed for the many drowning deaths in Oklahoma's many lakes. And I do mean lakes, plural, because yet another way excuse me. Because yet another way that Oklahoma zagged with cryptid was to assign it to not just one lake, but 3. Thunderbird Lake, Oologah Lake, and Tin Killer Fairy Lake. I've heard of 2 of those. Never been to them before. Man. Man, sorry about that. Which form a triangle in the northwest corner of the state. Whether that means there are multiple Oklahoma octopuses or one that just gets around in uncertain and is uncertain, the only bit of physical evidence that's been produced is an octopus the size of a human hand that was found dead by fishermen in Tinkeller Ferry Lake in June 2020. The Oklahoma octopus is a very new cryptid story, with sources going back only 15 years or so. The earliest account I can find is a single paragraph in a 2007 book called The Monster Spotter's Guide to North America by Scott Francis. The Monster Spotter's Guide. Might be good. To North America. Scott Francis. Okay. Sorry about that. When I see those other books like that, I just want to write them down, just check them out. Most references to the creature can be traced back to an episode of Animal Planet's Fox Found Footage series Lost Tapes from 2009. Ock, being a new lake monster, makes sense, though, because the lakes of Oklahoma are also quite new. Oklahoma claims about 200 lakes, most of which are human-made, including all the large ones. That's more than any other state, and all 3 lakes that are said to hide Ock are artificial. Thunderbird Lake was created in the 1960s, Ulaga in 1950, and Tinkeller Ferry in the late 1940s to early 50s. Although stories about the Oklahoma octopus are quite recent, I did find a reference to an octopus in Oklahoma from 1927. The Democrat American out of Sallisaw, Oklahoma, tells the story of 3 men, Tim Ross, J.V. Sellers, and Rayford McAlpine, fishing at Lee Creek, which is mostly in Arkansas but bends into Oklahoma and isn't too far from where Tinkeller Ferry Lake would eventually be. They claimed to see a disturbance in the water like an oil well boiling. Looking closer, they determined it was an octopus inking the water to a radius of 10 feet. The account ends with a warning to anybody fishing or swimming in the area: be on the lookout for the spider-like fish and avoid the vicinity. A warning like that would make a good sign on the banks of these lakes, maybe even as a creative way to educate people on the dangers of drowning. Ocker could be a mascot for swimming and boating safety if you have a cryptid as unique, alliterative, and with as cool a name as Ocker. You should put it to work for you. Oh man. Let's see. I want to make sure this wasn't part of it. No, this is something else. Okay. That's crazy. All right, there you go. This was The United States of Cryptids, a tour of American myths and monsters by J.W. Ocker. Ock. Huh. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening. See you on the next one.